Hey there. If you're thinking about getting into pottery, you're in the right place. Pottery is such a rewarding and creative process. It's hands-on, meditative, and there's nothing quite like making something out of a lump of clay. But before you dive in, there's a few things that you should know. In today's video, I'm going to break down the basics, the different types of clay, essential pottery techniques, the must-have tools, and what happens after you create your piece. So whether you're just starting or thinking about taking a class, this video will help you feel confident about your pottery journey. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about clay. Not all clay is the same, and the type that you choose will impact what you can make. There are three main types. Earthenware. This is a low-fire clay, meaning it doesn't need super high temperatures to be fired. It's great for beginners, and it's warm, it has a warm kind of rustic feel. But it's also more porous, so if you want something completely waterproof, you'll need to glaze it well. There's also stoneware. So this is a mid to high fire clay that's strong and durable. It's commonly used for functional pieces like mugs, bowls, and plates. It's also less porous than earthenware, making it a very popular choice for everyday pottery. And there's porcelain. So this is the smoothest and most refined type of clay, and it can even become translucent and thin. It's very beautiful, but tricky to work with because it dries fast and requires more control. If you're just starting, I recommend waiting before jumping into porcelain. Now that you know about clay, let's talk about how you shape it. There are a few different methods, and each has its own learning curve. So there's hand building, my personal favorite. One of the oldest techniques, and it doesn't require a pottery wheel. You can use your hands and simple tools to shape the clay by pinching, by coiling, and creating slabs. It's a great way to start because it helps you understand how the clay moves. There's also wheel throwing. This is what most people think of when they picture pottery, spinning clay on a wheel to create something symmetrical, like bowls, vases. It's a skill that takes time to master, but once you get it, it's incredibly rewarding. And the slip casting, a method where you use liquid clay or slip, is poured into plaster molds. This is great for making multiples of the same piece, like cups or plates, but it does require mold making knowledge. And then there's sculpting. So if you love working with your hands and you want to create figures, abstract forms, or artistic pieces, sculpting with clay is another exciting direction to explore. All right, now let's talk about tools. You don't need a huge collection to get started, but you need a few essentials that will make your pottery experience much easier. So a sponge used to keep the clay moist and smooth, different surfaces while you're working, a needle tool. This is great for scoring clay, cutting shapes, and adding details. A wire cutter. This helps you to cut clay from larger block of clay or to remove pieces from the wheel. A rib tool, so it can come in metal, wood, rubber. This is used for shaping and smoothing. A rolling pin or a slab roller. Essential for flattening clay if you're doing hand building. And then a trimming tool is really important as well. It's used to refine a shape and to remove excess clay, especially when you're doing wheel throwing. You can find beginner pottery kits that include most of these tools, or you can buy them separately based on your needs. All right. Making pottery doesn't end when you shape your piece. You still have to fire and glaze it. And here's what that process looks like. Bisque firing. So this is the first firing, which is what hardens the clay and prepares it for glazing. At this stage, your piece is porous and it's fragile, so handle it with care. Glazing, this is where you add your color, texture, and a finished look to your pottery. You can dip it, you can brush it, you can spray the glaze onto your piece, depending on what effect that you want. And glaze firing, this is the final firing that melts the glaze, turning it to a smooth, glassy surface. This step strengthens the clay, making it functional and waterproof. If you don't have a kiln at home, many pottery studios offer firing services where you can bring your piece in and have it fire for a small fee. So that's a quick introduction to what you should know before starting your pottery journey. Remember, pottery is all about practice, patience, having fun. You don't need to be perfect. just enjoy the process. And if you're ready to take the next step, why not join me for a class at Saya Ceramics? I offer hands-on workshops for all skill levels and classes to help you explore the fundamentals and learn different techniques and create something beautiful with your own hands. So whether you're a total beginner or looking to refine your skills, I love to have you in the studio with me. You can find all the details in the caption below. I'm going to link everything so that you can find what you need to know. I hope you found this video super helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment below. Maybe drop me a little heart emoji for a little bit of encouragement. This is my first video. And let me know what you're excited to learn about next. Bye.